Welcome back to the channel. Today we're breaking down one of the smartest, and honestly, most underrated, wealth-building secrets on the planet. We're talking about how cash flow actually turns time into money, and how the rule of 72 can take small amounts of income and multiply them into serious wealth. Most people work for money their entire life. But the wealthy do something completely different. They make time work for them. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how. So without wasting any time, let's dive in. Time is the most expensive asset in the world, and the irony is, most people trade all of their time just to earn a little money. But what if the real secret of wealth is flipping that equation completely? What if you could make time work for you, instead of you always working for money? That's where cash flow and the rule of 72 come together. These two concepts sound simple, but when combined, they create one of the most powerful wealth-building systems ever invented. It's the reason the rich keep getting richer. It's the reason investors retire decades earlier than everyone else. And it's the reason your money can grow even when you're sleeping, traveling, or doing absolutely nothing. So today, we're breaking down how cash flow turns time into money, and how the rule of 72 transforms small amounts of income into long-term wealth. What is cash flow, and why does it matter? Cash flow is the money that comes in without you trading your hours for it. It can be daily, weekly, monthly, it doesn't matter. What matters is that it flows automatically. This can come from rental properties, dividends, online businesses, YouTube automation, high-yield assets, royalties, crypto staking, index funds. When you have positive cash flow, time becomes an ally. Every hour that passes isn't costing you money, it's making you money. And that's the moment your life starts to shift. People who live paycheck to paycheck hate Mondays because they must trade 5 full days of life just to earn enough for the weekend. But a person with cash flow loves every day, because every sunset brings more money. Why the rich focus on systems, not salary. It's a salary caps your income. A system multiplies your income. Cash flow is a system. It doesn't get tired. It doesn't get sick. It doesn't ask for vacations. Whether you're working or not, your system keeps earning. Think of it like planting a tree. Most people chop trees for firewood, one tree, one payday. The wealthy plant trees that keep producing fruit forever. Cash flow is fruit producing wealth. And this fruit, when reinvested, leads you into the rule of 72, the principle that quietly builds fortunes. The rule of 72 explained. The rule of 72 is one of the simplest and most powerful financial shortcuts in existence. It tells you how long it will take for your money to double based on a specific rate of return. Just divide 72 divided by your rate of return equals years to double. So if you make 6% annually, right pointing arrow, your money doubles in 12 years. 8% annually, right pointing arrow, doubles in 9 years. 12% annually, right pointing arrow, doubles in 6 years. 24% annually, right pointing arrow, doubles in 3 years. This single rule explains why early investing matters. It explains why cash flow matters. It explains why small amounts become massive over time. But here's where most people miss the magic. Cash flow plus rule of 72 equals explosive wealth. Cash flow gives you continuous money. The rule of 72 gives you continuous doubling. One creates the fuel. The other creates the speed. Put them together, and you have the engine of wealth. Let's imagine you earn just $300 a month in cash flow and reinvest it at a modest return. That's $3,600 per year being fed into your wealth machine. Let's say you average an 8% return. 72 divided by 8 equals 9 years to double. Now watch the time transform into money. Year 0, right pointing arrow, $0 invested. Year 1, right pointing arrow, $3,600. Year 5, right pointing arrow, $18,000. Year 9, right pointing arrow, $36,000. First doubling, year 18, right pointing arrow, $72,000. Second doubling, year 27, right pointing arrow, $144,000. Third doubling. This is just from $300 monthly cash flow, not counting any salary, bonus, or extra hustle income. Now imagine $500, $800, $1,200 in monthly cash flow. The numbers become shocking. Why time is more important than salary? The average person spends 10 to 20 years trying to increase their salary by an extra $10,000. But in the world of compounding, time is more valuable than money. Here's why. The younger you start, the more doubling cycles you get. The more doubling cycles you get, the bigger your wealth snowball becomes. 5 doubling cycles can turn even small amounts into life-changing amounts. But most people only get 1 or 2 cycles in their lifetime, because they start too late or reinvest too little. The wealthy maximize cycles. The poor maximize expenses. Cash flow buys you more time, and more doubling cycles. Every dollar of cash flow buys freedom. It buys choices. It buys space in your day. And most importantly, it buys time, the essential ingredient for compounding. With enough cash flow, you stop trading time for money. And when you stop trading time, you start multiplying money. This is why early retirement isn't magic. It's math. When your cash flow covers your lifestyle, you're free. When your cash flow exceeds your lifestyle, you're rich. When your cash flow keeps growing even after you stop working, you're unstoppable. The mindset shift. From worker to owner, there are 2 types of people in the economy. 1. The worker trades hours for money. Time disappears, money appears, temporarily. 2. The owner trades money for more money. Time passes, money grows, forever. Cash flow converts you into an owner. The rule of 72 rewards you for being an owner. When you combine both, you move from surviving right-pointing arrow to stable right-pointing arrow to secure right-pointing arrow to wealthy. How to start with any amount? You don't need thousands to start. You just need direction. Here's a simple path. Create your first income-producing asset. Reinvest every dollar of profit. Let compounding take over. Repeat until cash flow covers your lifestyle. Your income doesn't make you rich. Your systems do. Understanding the real equation of wealth. It's not money right-pointing arrow time right-pointing arrow life. It's actually time right-pointing arrow cash flow right-pointing arrow more time right-pointing arrow wealth. You invest time once to build a cash flow asset. That cash flow buys more time. More time lets you build more assets. And those assets multiply through the rule of 72. This is how ordinary people become financially extraordinary. And that's the truth behind how cash flow and the rule of 72 can completely transform your financial life. If you apply this strategy consistently, time stops being something you spend and starts becoming something that pays you back. If you found value in today's breakdown, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss another money building lesson like this. Drop a comment below and tell me how much cash flow you're currently earning. I'll help you build the compounding strategy that fits your goals. Thanks for watching, stay disciplined, and I'll see you in the next one.